now this industry has become more sophisticated. I got a call from a random number. I picked that call. Somebody like very professionally communicated to me that I am summoned to the Mumbai High Court. So it's a new concept and very dangerous.
Welcome to Cut the Noise, your go-to podcast for breaking down complex topics and cutting through the clutter. And today we have a fascinating and crucial topic to discuss: online scams in India. With the rapid growth of digital transactions and online activities, scams are becoming more sophisticated and widespread. To help us navigate this digital minefield, we have Medhavi Kumawat, a seasoned marketing analyst, with us today. Medhavi will share her insights on the various types of online scams, how they work, and most importantly, how you can protect yourself. So, Medhavi, thank you so much for joining in us today.
Thank you, Megha.
So, Medhavi, can you give us a brief overview on the types of scams which are happening in India right now?
Sure. So Megha, scams are usually deceptive activities that individuals or corporations do using internet calls, messages, etc., even social media today, to defraud people, to get financial gains out of it. And there are so many types of scams that are going on today. You might have heard about phishing, farming, identity theft, internet scams like online shopping scams, then lottery systems, and lotteries are pretty old now, right? And as you like rightly said that this entire industry has become very sophisticated now. So lottery systems are behind us, and there are various other kinds of scams, and especially targeting people financially, and that is quite triggering, right? It's very serious today. So yeah, I mean, these are like few scams that I can list right now for you, but yeah, I mean, red alert for us.
You mentioned farming. Is it farming or harming? What is it?
Yeah, so it's spelled as PHARMING, and yeah, so it's a new concept and very dangerous because, for example, let's say there's a financial firm, they have a website, official website, where they have customers, their customers log in on their platform, they put in details, their KYCs, and so that particular platform collects that sensitive information of these customers, right? And what farming means is that there is an imposter who replicates that website by doing a small tweak in that URL and creating the exact same website, right? So if, let's say, I am a customer of the original website, of the original platform, I want to visit the platform, make an investment per se. I visit the platform, but I don't realize that probably there's a little tweak in the URL and I'm actually landing on a different website. And I find everything same on that platform. I go ahead, I put my details, assuming that I'm on the original platform, make an investment, put additional details, like if I want to add my Aadhaar to it, or maybe put my PAN details to it. So this is what farming is all about, where people fraudulently collect information, like sensitive information of customers of different websites, and then use those against those customers, right?
Can you share some real life experience which you have faced?
As I was saying earlier, that now this industry has become more sophisticated. So I think recently what I can remember as something that happened to me was I got a call from a random number. I picked that call. Somebody like very professionally communicated to me that I am summoned to the Mumbai High Court because there is some case that is running on me, and if I don't appear there in the next 2 hours, I would be fined with X amount. So they said that you share your Aadhaar details with us, and we will send you a notice. You realize how they have created like a very neat structure of how they want to like fraud
Get those
people, right?
details.
Everywhere in the world should realize that your personal information, which is sensitive, which is relating to your finances, should never be disclosed to anyone. And and again, I mean, this is not limited to outsiders, right? Even with your family members, if somebody is calling you and asking for these details, don't share those details. You don't know if that call is being masked by someone else, putting your parents' voice in that, because it's happening today. It's very much possible, very much real.
So we have seen the financial scams and investment scams are also on rise. So as an investor, what are those red flags which we should look for when we are investing online for any investment?
Yeah, so I think there are 4-5 things which are very important for any investor to look at and be cautious about before making any kind of investment on any platform. One is definitely research about the brand, about the company on Google, on any other source that is legitimate. Thoroughly research about the founders of the companies, go through their LinkedIn profiles, see if their LinkedIn profiles look fake or they are actually real. It would be great if you have second or third level connections on LinkedIn to probably figure if you know if you want to do that extra check on those individuals. Then once you visit the platform, you should definitely look at the URL. Does this look legitimate or does this look fake? While you're scanning through the platform or the website, there are definitely terms and conditions mentioned, brand guidelines mentioned. Go through those very deeply, read through every line possible, and because it's a money matter, right? So it's very important for you to understand all the aspects of the brand. So somewhere in that content, you can definitely realize by reading that this looks fake or this looks real, right? There are copyrights, there are, platforms have to be regulated, platforms have to be, under some regulation of the government, right? Or other entities like SEBI, RBI. So all of these things are like green ticks for a legitimate website. So I think all of these checks are very, very important for an investor to make sure that they look out for these things. And like last but not the least, the kind of messaging that is there on the platform, right? How the platform talks to you. So if one platform says that we'll like make your money 5x in these many days, and make promises that they cannot keep, which are not real, right? Too good to be true. Anything too good to be true would not be real, right?
Got it.
So these are some things that investors should definitely look out for.
So Medhavi, my last question to you is, if someone falls victim to online scams, how can they deal with it?
All right, so I think there's nothing to be shy about. There are chances that you can always become a victim, right? So don't be shy, talk about it, raise this to the government. So there's a cybercrime cell by the URL cybercrime.gov.in. That is where you can report anything that has happened to you online, right? So that's where you should go as the first thing once you are defrauded, right? Second is, which is very important, if somebody has your personal information, immediately block all your cards, your bank account, wherever it has happened for once, and banks will give you assistance. So instead of sitting and thinking about what has happened to me, probably I would rather go to the bank, either transfer my deposits to somewhere else, or probably close that bank account or freeze that bank account. So that is the second step that somebody should take. And third is taking this as a learning that okay, this has happened, so this is not the limit, this is not the end. Maybe you will fall into another kind of trap later. So take this as a learning and raise it to the right authorities and get the kind of redressal that you're looking for. So this is what an individual should do.
So yeah, that's a wrap for today's episode of Cut the Noise. A big thank you to you, Medhavi, for sharing your valuable insight with us.
Of course.
Remember, staying informed and vigilant is a key to protecting yourself in the digital age. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, share and leave us a comment. We'll be back with more episodes to help you cut through the noise and stay informed. See you next time. Until, get a grip on your money and go beyond. Investments in debt securities, municipal debt securities, securitized debt instruments are subject to risks including delay and or default in payment. Read all the offer related documents carefully.